Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be working on my truck. I did something to it last night that had to be replaced. I didn't videotape it just because I didn't really think it was going to be worth my time to tape it or relevant. It took a long time as well. There's hundreds of other videos on YouTube about how to do that specific thing. I'll show you what I did, but I didn't make a video on it. I am going to make a video on this because there's some videos on there, but none of them are real complete or do it what I would call the right way, or any tips on how to keep them clean afterwards or anything. So the first thing I did last night is under the truck on the driver's side, and I'll take you there now.
Welcome home, sir. You need to pay attention to control time today. If every past an hour, I'll remind you once. Enjoy your time, sir.
Okay, so I did this last night, and you can already tell the new parts under here. Anybody that has an OBS Ford like this, I think the years are like 87 to 96 or 98, something like that. But anyway, anybody that's got an OBS F-150, F-250, 350, I think have the same problem. Anybody that's got an OBS Ford like mine has had this problem or will have this problem. I can 99% guarantee it. Rear spring, mount, perch, bracket, I really don't know what it's called because I've heard it called all of those. This is the shackle. I know that. I do not know for sure what this part here is called. Anyway, mine rusted out. It rusted. There was a hole about the size of a dime underneath of here. So I obviously need to replace, because this assembly is what holds the leaf spring to the rest of the truck. And if this breaks, your leaf spring comes up, hits the bed, your truck's riding cockeyed, dents your bed, you know, messes everything up, whatever. So I replaced that. It was interesting to say the least. I couldn't get the angle grinder in anywhere that it needed to be, so I ended up cutting this bracket into about, I don't know, 12 pieces to get it apart. Bolt was stuck, the rivets, you know, it's riveted to the frame, it's not bolted to the frame from the factory, so you got to cut the rivets off, grind the rivets off, hammer them out, like stuff like that. Of course, everything's rusty, so it's kind of stuck together, but, you know, whatever. I won, we got it, so we're good there. I only did this side just because the other side wasn't bad yet. So yeah, that's what I did last night. Now, what we're going to be doing today, that you guys will get to see, is this will work for any aluminum rim with a clear coat from the factory. I know people do. I've seen people do this quite often to these OBS Ford wheels, just because they're really awesome wheels and they're really cool looking. I'm going to show you how to change your center caps from this dull and faded to this shiny and not faded, and also not as, it's still a little yellow, but it's a lot less yellow than that. You know, they're side by side. This one looks basically new. I mean, it still looks like a 25-year-old center cap, but it looks considerably better versus buying a new one. It's cheaper than buying a new one. The chrome on mine, these are chrome. Mine chrome isn't really that bad, actually. There's a few spots, but my chrome's actually not that bad. It's in very good condition. The wheels themselves are in very good condition as well. They're not curb rashed, terribly pitted or anything like that. The clear coat that's on them is just dull and dingy. So, I'm going to show you how to transform your wheels from looking like this to this. A beautiful mirror finish aluminum wheel. Just ignore that because the center cap is going to cover all of that up. I'll show you what I did. I did the back wheels, the two back wheels already, and now I'm going to do the two front wheels on camera for you guys. And the reason I did that was so that I could figure out what method worked the best for my wheels. So that way I'm not trying to learn how to do it and videotape it, because it's very annoying to have to mess with the camera and then your camera battery dies because you recorded 2 hours of footage that you don't need, but now you got to stop and charge the camera up, and then you got to, you know, it's annoying. Anyway, so we're gonna get going on the 2 front wheels now, get the truck off the ground, get the wheels off, and we'll get going. How we doing, YouTube? Jacked the truck up to get the front tires off, and I noticed all of that shit on the floor. Let's figure out where that's coming from. Well, let's figure out what it is. Please don't be oil. Yay! It's transmission fluid. I know for most people that doesn't sound exciting, but it is, because the pan gasket on this transmission leaks, and I'm assuming that that's what it is. What is that? That is oil, but that is coming from the rear main seal. I know that. That's not that bad of a leak. That's just a couple of drips. Yeah, that's... I'm pretty sure that that's the pan gasket. Okay, so next video, we're going to be putting a new transmission pan gasket in this truck. That'll be our next video. Okay, so now that we got the wheel off, we need to take the center cap off so that that doesn't get messed up from the paint stripper. And those are just held on with 3 screws, stainless steel screws. Pop those out, center cap comes off. Just like that. Almost forgot, we're going to want to take the wheel weight off. But before we do that, I'm using a paint marker, but you can use whatever method that you want to mark it. Mark where the weight goes, otherwise you'll have to have your tires rebalanced. And the reason that we want to take the weight off is so that we can get at the clear coat underneath of the weight, because, well, the clear coat under the weight, the clear coat underneath the tire weight is just as faded as the rest of the clear coat. So you want to get that clear coat off too. And it's just one more thing in the way when you gotta scrape all the paint off. Or whatever. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Now we can get the paint stripper on. Okay, so the stripper sat on there for about 30 minutes, and I don't know, I don't really like it. I bought, what I got, I'll show you. I bought this stuff, Aerosol Aircraft Paint Remover. I always thought this stuff was pretty good. I've never used it before, but I've always heard very good stuff about it. I don't know. I don't know if it's the fact that it's aerosol or just the aircraft stripper portion of it. I don't know what the problem is. But this stuff, which we bought to strip some lawn chairs, to repaint them. This stuff seems to work better because, like this, I mean, it stripped the clear coat off of it. This stuff, the aircraft paint, the aircraft stripper. It did do its job. It got the stuff off of the rim. However, it like dried out, kind of. So it's all, some of it's completely dry, but it's like gummy. It's like trying to scrape bubble gum off of here. And I mean, this part here's wet, which I can't figure out still. But this, it's like trying to scrape bubble gum or peanut butter off of here. It's worse than peanut butter. So what I had to do on the other ones, I just thought it was a fluke. What I had to do on the other ones was take this stuff and go back over the airplane stripper, and so I basically have to strip the paint stripper, basically. So I'll probably just use this stuff on the last wheel instead of using the aircraft stuff, because that's almost the can. The aerosol can's almost that anyway. So we'll just use this, the brush stuff on, because this container is still like half full. Okay, so as I said earlier a second ago, I put the other kind of stripper on here, and it's just coming right off. So we're gonna use the other thing for now, I guess. Now that we got it hosed down, I'm just going to come through with the toothbrush and a little bit of stripper and a scraper and just get, get the areas that couldn't quite get. Right here is a little left. Here's a little bit left behind the valve stem. Over here is a little area. So just stuff like that, kind of touch it up. So I got the remaining stuff that was left on there cleaned up, I think. So we're going to hose it off and hose it off one more time, check it again, and then we'll have to do it a couple more times. But I accidentally wiped off my mark of where my tire weight was, so I'm going to have to look back on the video footage and try to place it as close as I can to where it was. Okay. So what we're going to do to spruce up these center caps is, first of all, they're metal, they're chrome, so hit them with some chrome polish. This stuff is straight out of 1995, and it's, I don't know, it's still liquid and it's like halfway full, so we're going to use it. It still works. And then the other thing that we're going to use to, so this inside thing here, this insert is plastic, at least the cover is anyway. So what we're going to use for that is some of this scratch and swirl remover, and this stuff works phenomenally on headlights, taillights, paint, obviously what it's designed for. Anything plastic like my mirrors, polish those up. Any exterior plastic that's dull and faded, this stuff works amazing on. And on the headlights and the taillights, it actually works better than the headlight, taillight specific polishing compound stuff. This actually works better than that. I've had better luck with it. So, starting out, it's pretty basic. We'll do the middle first, and then hit the outside with a chrome polish. So, shake it up a little bit. Okay. It got a little warmer out here since I had this open last, so it expanded and then popped. So, if it does that... See, I planned that out because it landed on the center cap. I planned that on purpose. So now you got to do is just take your rag and spread it around and work it in. That done, take a separate clean rag or even a clean part of the same rag and try to get it in the corners as best you can to get all that compound out before it dries, because after it dries that stuff's really hard to get out of the corners. And then just buff it out like that, and it comes out really shiny looking. Now it's still, it's a little dull, it's a little bit faded. It's got sun cracks in it. But compared to this, where there isn't really much shine left on it at all, it's really dull. You can see how water spotty this one is. Compared to that, it is a total night and day difference. It is thoroughly amazing. Now, for the chrome, that's wheel bearing grease. I need to check that cap apparently. Anyway, for the chrome, get you a separate rag. Take the chrome polish. I have not tried that buffing compound on metal. I would expect that it would work. Don't know if I would use it because I don't know. But it would probably work just the same. Like I said, these really aren't that bad. They don't really need much help. The chrome part of these caps anyway, they're not really that bad. They're not pitted or anything rusty. They're not insanely scratched up or anything. So they don't really need a whole lot of work. I'm just hitting them once real quick just to kind of bring a little shine back. Get the brake dust and stuff out of the lug nut holes and whatnot. And then just pretty much do that all the way around the cap. Put some polish on there. Buff it in. It's pretty straightforward, you know. You could always buy new center caps too, I guess, but if you wanted, these aren't that bad. So throughout this clip, I didn't really say anything that was worth saying, and I'm tired of putting in the corny time-lapse music, so I'm just going to do this voiceover to fill in the blank audio spot for this particular time-lapsed clip. Basically, you just put a little bit of polish on there, rub it around with a rag, buff it off with another rag. That's it's pretty straightforward on doing this kind of thing.
Hey guys, so I told you that I was gonna. Our next video would be the transmission pan gasket. Well, I did technically order the transmission pan gasket. It is included in the kit for the shift kit that I ordered, because I decided that I was really tired of the slushy shifts that this transmission delivers, so I'm going to put a shift kit in it. So that's going to be the next video probably. We'll be putting a shift kit in the truck, because I looked on YouTube and I cannot find a single video on how to put a shift kit in Ford 4R70W transmission, which is the designation for the automatic transmission that I have. Can't find a single video on it. So, I'm going into this totally blind from video. I'll have to read the instructions that go with it, and I'll videotape me putting this kit in, and if it works good, I'll post it. Obviously, if it doesn't work, I won't post the video because I did something wrong. Or if I can figure out what I did wrong, I'll post the video. So here what you want to do, you just want to get some polish on either the cone or the ball, whichever tool you decided to use. Use the mag and aluminum polish from Mother's. That's the stuff that I've always used, and it's worked the best for me. So you want to get some on your ball, and then you want to smear it around on the wheel so that it doesn't fling when you turn the wheel on, because if you don't get most of it off of the wheel, it'll just fling all over the place and you'll lose it and waste it. So you just spread it on your wheel, and then just turn the impact drill, whatever you're using, on, and then just run it up, not quite full throttle, but 3/4 throttle, and then just run it back and forth like you saw me do there. So here in this clip you can see right at those rivets there on the wheel, you can see where the power cone wasn't able to actually get and polish the wheel, so you have to come back through and get that by hand with a rag in your finger. That's the best way I found to do it, and same thing as using the ball, just get some polish on the rag, rub it on, and it comes out looking all shiny like it just did. So what's really happening here is just a time lapse of me polishing the full rim to the final result, and obviously there's no need to have this shown in real-time normal speed, just because it takes about 45 minutes per wheel to do on average, for me anyway, to do. So obviously it's way too much video to do a full-time, full-length kind of thing. So this is time-lapse times 8, cut in about half lengthwise. So
Okay, so this wheel is all polished.
Polish the wheel, wipe the polish
Now that
off,
it's done,
check it again for dull spots.
you can see the difference. I mean, these wheels are amazing. I've always loved the design of these wheels, and you can actually buy these aftermarket brand new that look very, very similar to it. I just, there's no reason to buy new rims. These look like they're chrome now. They don't even look like aluminum wheels. They look like chrome now. So, all we got to do now, I have to find the screws. Here they are. So, all we got to do now is center cap back on. And get our wheel weight lined up. It's supposed to go. Get started. And get it on there real good. Hello everybody. This is... I don't even know what today is. Today's Monday. I started this on Saturday, so... I guess this is like day 3 or something. I don't know. Anyway, I finished the rims last night, put the caps back on, washed the truck because it had that polish residue flinged all over it, little black dots from the drill spinning the polishing wheel. And I just washed the rims to get all the polish out of the holes and around the rivet things and whatever. So, and then right now, this is the final product that we got. So you can really see how much doing this to these rims dressed the entire truck up. This truck looks incredible. That's a bad use of that word. This truck looks insanely better. It looks just, honestly, I might even wager to say that it looks new. This truck looks new. This is what this truck would have looked like when it rolled off the Ford assembly line in Kansas City, Missouri in 1995. I do not know what month this truck was built in. Let's go look, just out of curiosity. Let's see here. Where do I find this? Date of manufacture. There we go. Date. 2 of 95. So, February of 95. So when this truck was made. So this was made early. It's an earlier vehicle. This is what this truck would have looked like rolling off the Ford assembly line
in 1995, and I mean, it looks sharp. I mean, look at these wheels. They look like chrome rims, because these center caps are chrome. And the insert on those caps looks amazing too. Stuff there. So, what I did with the rims, that's weird. What I did with the rims, and actually the entire truck, there's a story on this Jeep, I'll tell you that in a second. Me and it are having words right now. Let me get out of here. Okay, so what I did on the rims, I used this stuff. It's Meguiar's Hybrid Ceramic Wax. It's, well, it's like $13 or $15 for this bottle. And this bottle's pretty well empty. You can see where the line is. So, doing the truck once took most of that bottle. So I did the wheels and then the entire truck. So the entire truck's got the ceramic coat wax on it. And the rims do too. And also, I decided while I was polishing stuff that I was going to polish the toolbox as well. And this toolbox looks amazing on its own. And I didn't even really put that much effort into it. I just wanted to get it cleaner. So I ceramic coated the truck, the toolbox, the rims, and it's pretty straightforward. I'm not going to show you a video on how to do that. You just read the directions on the bottle, and it takes care of itself. So I'm hoping that by doing the ceramic coating on the wheels and the toolbox, that it'll keep the water from sitting on them and tarnishing them and corroding them quickly, because I obviously don't want to have to polish these wheels every month or so. I like to only do them about once a year or so, and longer is better, but if it gets to the point that I have to do them too often to keep them looking this good, I'll have to have them powder coated clear, but just put a clear powder coat over it or something like that. I just really don't want to do that, because when you put clear over rims, it takes the shine out of them. They don't look nearly as good, but for a daily driver, it'll look better than tarnished, because that's what it was on there. And then it just looked like a dingy old truck. But the wheels now, it looks much nicer. It actually looks, the amount of chrome that this truck has on it is kind of growing on me. The chrome and aluminum that it has, it's kind of starting to grow on me a little bit. When I first got it, I was like, no, I hate it because it just looks total grandpa truck. And it does still look like a total grandpa truck, but it kind of, I don't know, it's kind of growing on me. I don't know. Maybe I'm turning into an old man. I don't know. But I think I'm going to order some vinyl, some matte black vinyl wrap, and do the I think I'm going to do the chrome trim around the windshield, the mirrors maybe, these visor things, and the door handles. Crap. That, because the glove box door has been open since last night. Crap. Let me go inside and get my keys, and we'll figure out how dead the battery is. Battery light's on. That's fun. Gauge is real low. Let's find out. Wow! Alright, didn't expect that. So, did not expect that. Okay, so we'll leave this running for a little bit. Let it charge up. Yeah, it's sucking a lot of voltage. Let it charge up. Alright, so now that we're past on that dumb mistake, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching. There's going to be more content coming up because we're in quarantine and I have nothing better to do. And like I said yesterday, I ordered the shift kit for my truck, so that should be coming in the next week or two. Mom and Dad are going to Waterloo tomorrow. I'm having Dad, excuse me, get the transmission fluid I need so that I have that here in order to do the shift kit. So that video will be coming up soon. Keep your eyes out for that.
If you don't care, sorry, watch it anyway, please, because I want views. And I'm bored, so I'm going to make videos about it. So, anyway, thank you for watching. We're at, what are we at? We're at like 85 subscribers now, I think. Which is amazing. I can't believe we're there. That's amazing. We were at 75 a month ago, maybe? I think we were at like 73 when I posted my truck reveal video when I got the new truck. So I think we were somewhere around there. So thank you very much for that. It's going slow, but when you consider what we are, which is this really small channel, we're growing pretty good. It's going pretty good. So once again, thank you for watching. Subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your siblings, force them, whatever you got to do. Yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Stay safe. God bless you. Have a good night.